Coming up on ATV News.
There's something special about being just alone up there in the sky.
One girl started flying planes in high school as a hobby and is now making it her career. I'll tell you where she first started.
It was a week full of Aggie wins. I'll show you which athlete set a program record.
We've had some cloudy skies and some rain. Has fall officially arrived? All of the forecasts for you coming up. I'm planning on coming even like when a Charlie was still gonna come, so it was a really cool experience.
Turning Point USA comes to campus. We'll show you the hundreds that showed up and what they talked about.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
From the campus of Utah State University in Logan, Utah, the Department of Journalism and Communication presents the award-winning newscast, ATV News.
I really feared for my life today.
Utah State University Old Main was evacuated due to a suspicious package. Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Jillian Peterson.
And I'm Julie Rodriguez. The Department of Public Safety sent an Aggie alert to students, faculty, and staff at Utah State University to evacuate Old Main. You can see hundreds evacuated to Utah State's Quad area as they watched police it in action. Ellis Birch is the executive director of public safety. He says an employee at Old Main reported that someone put a package outside of the building.
Our canine indicated on it, which means it either had an odor on it because it was a collar, or it had a detection of a substance on it.
The Explosion Ordnance Disposal used a device called Water Distributors Precision to deactivate the package. In a formal statement, Utah State University identified the package as a wildlife telemetry collar, part of an undergrad student's project.
Leading up to Turning Point's event in the Spectrum, police and security thoroughly secured the area and screened every person entering the building. The suspicious package threat to Old Main may have discouraged some students from showing up, but students like McKenna Norton decided to attend anyway.
Even tonight, I had a couple people text me. They're like, there's bomb threats, there's shooting threats, like, I'm not coming. And I was like, there's no way I'm not going, because that is succumbing to exactly what they want you to do.
Overall, the event remained secure and continued as planned without any disruptions or safety issues. Last night, thousands came to see Turning Point personality Alex Clark speak, along with a panel of Utah politicians. Alicia Archibald joins us live with a look at these events. Alicia, what did these speakers share with the audience?
Well, Jillian, I'm here on the Quad. This is the place that Charlie Kirk had planned to visit to speak with students. After his assassination at UVU, new speakers were chosen, and they focused on honoring Charlie and his legacy. Over 6,500 people and news reporters from across the country lining up for what will become Turning Point USA's biggest crowd on a campus tour.
After getting through security, I'm watching seats fill up right here in the Spectrum, all with people ready to hear from speakers.
And they can't take that away. Really liked the national anthem, and then when she started singing the other songs too, I just felt very empowered.
Turning Point personality Alex Clark was the headline speaker.
You are needed, you are chosen.
She focused on young people finding their purpose.
Everybody's is going to be different, but you know what God has been calling you to do.
And students are trying to figure out what exactly that means for them.
There's so many different ways in my life before that I've done something. What can I do more?
Charlie Kirk lit a fire.
Alex had planned to speak alongside Charlie Kirk here at USU.
I love talking to people I disagree with.
But instead of featuring him, the event honored him.
Charlie could have been here, he would have shared the gospel.
And the panel also spoke about faith.
Everyone here, I think, that we saw across the state of Utah turned to prayer.
And for McKenna, her takeaway was fighting for what she believes.
It's about good and evil. It's about fighting for what's good and what's right, even when people tell you not to.
Now, the format of this event was a little different than classic Charlie Kirk events. The panel did take some questions from students, but they mostly focused on the issues facing Utah right now and looking forward to the future. Reporting live from the Quad, Elise Archibald, ATV News. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Elise.
There's a program dedicated to helping young women learn to fly a plane, and for one pilot, it's made all the difference. Audrey says the best way
Girls
to know
in Aviation is to interest girls of all ages to be interested in what they can do in the aviation department.
Bringing girls to an airport, these young ladies, to get them the opportunity to learn about aviation skills.
Andreas Wiesman is a professor at Utah State University. He says that they had different hands-on activities for each person to learn.
We have about 15 activities this year, including a chance to sit in a helicopter.
Wiesman says that Girls in Aviation is to inspire other girls to become a pilot or to work on a plane engine, and one girl is doing just that.
I went to the Women in Aviation International Conference when I was a senior in high school, where they also have a Girls in Aviation Day.
Audrey Goss says she met women in aviation that were enrolled at Utah State University and immediately built friendships.
It was just such an amazing friendship that was built so quickly.
Audrey has been a part of Girls in Aviation for 5 years, and during that time, she has 4 certifications, one being that she can fly a plane on her own.
It's so freeing and it's so incredible. There's something special about being just alone up there in the sky.
Audrey says the best way to know aviation is right for you is to take a discovery flight. It would be so fun to take a flight with them.
Yes, I bet you could see all of the pretty fall leaves right now. Joining us at the desk with weather is Hannah Webb.
Logan Canyon is covered with all of the fall colors, but we've got some yellow leaves popping up around campus. Take a look at the quad. As you can see, some of those trees are starting to change color. The current temperature is 74 degrees.
We might actually have 3 in the 2,000-pound category, which is pretty unusual.
Members of the community entered a contest to see how much they weighed their pumpkin. We'll show you what happened.
Hey Aggie Nation, I'm here at the final round of the USU Fall Stampede. 3 of our Aggies have made it back. I'm Kinsey Bitterman. I will show you just how they did coming up on ATV News.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash, 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Welcome to ATV Weather. I'm Hannah Webb, and let's get started on our national weather. As you can see, in the northwest, we have some storms going on, as well as some going on in the east coast, and some light showers in Kansas. Let's see how that's going to affect us in our state radar. As you can see, we don't have much going on here. We have our rain leaving us and going into Colorado, and some storms coming in from Nevada. Let's take a close look at Cache Valley. As you can see, we have some beautiful fall colors going on here and some wonderful temperatures. Right now is a great time to go outside and enjoy the weather before it gets too cold outside. Now let's go to our 7-day forecast. Over the next 3 days, we are remaining in the 70s with some light showers going on Friday and Saturday, and the temperatures going back up over the course of the next week with a high of 68. Back to you at the desk.
Center Street in Logan was closed due to a giant pumpkin contest. Giant Pumpkin Festival was filled with about 20,000 members of the community. Mark Anderson is the co-founder of the Giant Pumpkin Festival. He says that this is the day to celebrate the growers who sacrificed their summer in order to grow the biggest pumpkin.
We have about 30 pumpkins between the youth growers and the adults, and they're ranging from 90 pounds all the way up to over 2,000 pounds.
Anderson says that this is a great event for people to come out and enjoy activities, food, and enter in an eating contest. The winner for the giant pumpkin was Alan Gerbert. His pumpkin weighed 1,017 pounds.
Utah State University Rodeo Club hosted one of the largest crowds the Fall Stampede has ever seen. Kinsey Bitterman shows us who are Aggies who hopped on the leaderboard this weekend in Logan.
The Utah State University Fall Stampede brought in a huge crowd to support our Aggies in their rodeo events. The USU women's coach, Hillary Bear, says it was one of the largest she's seen in the 5 years she has been coaching.
Every year it just keeps getting bigger and better. We had a huge college student turnout, which brought a whole new element of excitement to our rodeo and made it a ton of fun.
Coach Bear says the team this year is phenomenal. Blaze Klingler, tie-down roper, qualified for the final round. He got his calf roped, had a clean get-off, and watched these fast hands. He ended up 9th. Oakley Skinner finished 3rd in the final round of the breakaway roping. 1, 2, 3 swings, and got him. Brecken Smith roped her calf in the long go. She made it back to the final round and missed her calf. She started out good, but did not deliver that rope at the right time.
Smith also made it back in the barrel racing with a 17.77 second run. Woo! And let me tell you, that's fast.
After barely sneaking into the lineup, Smith won the final round of the barrel racing. Her coach commends her trusty steed.
Her barrel horse is 1 in a million. His name's Blaze.
Watch this. She comes in flying around the first barrel. She's good around 2 and has a tight 3rd to make a super smooth run.
Around the 2nd, you gotta help her around 3.
He's such an awesome horse. I'm just so blessed to be able to run him. Like, God really gave me such a good gift.
She ran 0.2 of a second faster than her run in the long go.
But we were smooth tonight and ended up getting the win.
As our USU Rodeo Club Aggies head into their last rodeo of the fall season, we are keeping a close eye on those who are regionally ranked in the Rocky Mountain Rodeo region. There is no change for our men's and women's teams, who are ranked 7th and 4th out of 9 teams. Zane Brackett stayed put from last week at number 14 in the tie-down roping and number 5 as the team roping as the header. Brecken Smith moved up in both of her events. She is tied at number 4 in the breakaway roping, and she is also tied at number 7 in the barrel racing. CJ Cox was bumped down in the barrel racing and is now sitting at number 2 in the barrel racing. Kinsey Bitterman will travel down to Price with the Aggies as they cap off their fall season. We love seeing our Aggie athletes perform well.
Kaylee Moss joins us at the desk with ATV Sports.
Yes, you guys, it's always so fun to see our athletes perform well and succeed. And I'm so excited because coming up, we have some guests join us in studio to help us with our very first True Blue Trivia game show. For Utah State to pull off the win. I'll show you the highs and lows after the break.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
This is just one of the touchdowns made by Utah State this weekend. Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Kaylee Moss. We'll get back to football in just a couple minutes, but today we are doing sports with a little bit of a twist. Ben Burdett, the Herd president, and Chase Ekman, a Utah State University sports journalist, join us in studio to put their USU athletics knowledge to the test with True Blue Trivia. All right, guys, are you ready to kick this off? Are you ready to get started?
Yes, ma'am. Let's do
The
it.
first question, one of our Aggies just set a program record. Do you know what sport he or she plays? Okay, Ben.
Lauren Helgeson on our Utah State women's volleyball team.
You nailed it. That is correct. Lauren Helgeson, a sophomore, just set the program record for the best hitting percentage on 20 or more attempts. She beat this record on Saturday when the Aggies played Grand Canyon University in Phoenix. Aggies won the first 3 sets. Our Aggie football team took a trip to Nashville in a stadium where the student section is comparable to the Herd. Did our Aggies survive? And the next question for you guys is, which team scored the first touchdown in the Aggies' last game? You gave it up easy to it.
I know.
Chase, let's hear it.
It was our Aggies.
Okay, well, let's find out, guys. Utah State played Vanderbilt last Saturday. On the opening drive, Bryson Barnes found Miles Davis in the end zone on an 18-yard pass. Aggies scored the first touchdown. Vanderbilt quickly responds with a 35-yard punt return that puts them here, where junior Cheryl ran in a 21 strike from Diego Pavia. The score, 7-7. In the second quarter, our Aggies scored 2 touchdowns, but is it enough? Josh Sturzer catches a 10-yard pass from Barnes, but this quarter is when Vanderbilt created a gap. Vanderbilt scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal this quarter, 2 of those caught by Cheryl. They were both 18-yard catches in the end zone. Closing out the half, Braden Pagan caught a 9-yard pass with just 20 seconds left. The score at halftime is 21-31. Aggies are only down by 10. The third quarter included some amazing plays from Vanderbilt. Pavio finds the gap through our defense and runs 43 yards, followed by a 53-yard pass to Ricky Hoskins, which just gave Vanderbilt momentum our Aggies could not keep up with. Utah State did not score in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Barnes escapes, but then fumbles the ball. Vanderbilt is at the bottom of the pile, and that is a turnover. Our Aggies said, "Nuh-uh," and responded with an interception caught by Noah Avinger. Utah State Jacob Conover came in at quarterback, and Brady Boyd catches a 14-yard touchdown. Utah State's Javen Jacobs scored the final touchdown, but Utah State was just too late to make a comeback. Final score, Utah State 35, Vanderbilt 55. All right, back to you guys. How many games have our Aggies won in football? Okay, Ben, let's hear it.
3.
3. You are correct. Aggies are now 3-2 this season. Their next game is at the University of Hawaii next Saturday. All right, ready for another question? We're just going to keep them coming. What USU sport was the only one to win a Mountain West Championship title last fall? And Chase beat you to it. Chase, let's hear it.
Soccer.
That's right, our USU women's soccer. Colorado State came to Logan to take on the Aggies. Both Aggies and Colorado State University played great defense this game. Aggies had 7 shots on goal the first half, including this one, heading straight for CSU's Grace Wilson's torso. Closing out the end of the first half, Austin Miller came in, played off Ellie Hendricks, and got the shot. Aggies up at halftime 1-0. Now, check out this awesome bench performance. And that looks like it took some serious practice. CSU comes back right away at the beginning of the second half. Mia Casey assisted Olivia Fout for this clean goal. USU only had 2 shots on goal this half, but just couldn't find the gap. The final score, 1-1. All right, this one might be kind of hard, but it's also pretty fun. Do you guys know how many sets of sisters are on the USU soccer team? Okay, Ben, let's hear it.
We have 3 sets, the Herreras, the Winders, and the Sellers.
Look at that, and you can even name all of them. Okay, well then, you crushed it. The correct answer is 3, and I'll show you if the older or younger sister scores a goal in this next game. Our women's soccer took on Wyoming just 3 days later on home turf. Our Aggies were ready to get the ball rolling. Tess Wirtz with the ball, passed to Kaylee Chambers, and that's a goal with only 59 seconds on the clock. Mia Mollenmeister found the corner kick from Ryan Johanna to wrap up the first half. Aggies 2-0 at halftime. In the second half, Chambers sent the ball over to Samantha Sellers for her first collegiate goal. Samantha is the younger sister of the two. Sellers' sisters on the team. Wyoming took 4 shots in the second half, but just couldn't score. Aggies win 3-0. Aggies have 4 wins, 4 losses, and 3 ties so far this season. All right, guys, do you know when and where the next soccer game is? Chase, you're getting
I
crushed.
don't know soccer, okay? I'm sorry.
Ben?
Tomorrow in Colorado.
That is right, you guys. You heard it from Ben. The next game is tomorrow in Colorado Springs. Our volleyball team took on New Mexico in Albuquerque. Utah State won the first 3 sets. Andrea Smoffsky led with 14 kills, and Kaylee Kofi had 44 assists. Our tennis team competed at the Bedford Cup this last weekend in Colorado. Dmitry Gubin led the team and took home the singles title, winning 5 matches. And to wrap it up, guys, the last question for you is, no matter a home or away game, which school has the best student section? All right, let's hear it, Chase.
Go Aggies, baby.
Utah State. Well, you guys are all caught up on sports, and we have the first ever True Blue Trivia winner, and that is going to Ben. Chase, we'll invite you next time, okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of ATV News.
You can find this and other editions on our Facebook page.
We'll leave you with more shots from the Turning Point event. Have a great week, Cache Valley.